A hotel theft. Newlyweds Maria and Daniel went to an island in the Indian Ocean for their honeymoon. They stayed in a luxurious hotel. But one day, when they returned from dinner, they found that someone had broken into their safe and stolen all of Maria's jewelry. There were 4 suspects: a maid, their neighbors in the room next door, and the hotel manager. The maid claimed that she hadn't cleaned any rooms on the newlyweds floor that day. The neighbor said they'd been on an excursion all day and had just returned. And the hotel manager stated that he'd had several important meetings with clients and hadn't left his office. So who was the thief? The neighbors stole the jewelry. Otherwise, why would they need a bolt cutter on an excursion? An unlucky skydiver. Nick was an experienced skydiver, but one day, something went terribly wrong. A strong wind blew him into a forest, and the man found himself among dense trees with no food or water. Soon, Nick saw 4 roads in front of him. One led to a supermassive black hole that was sucking up everything around. The second ended in a river full of piranhas. The third road led to mountains that were impossible to climb. And the fourth road ended in an infinite abyss. Which path should Nick take? He should follow the third row. No one said he had to climb over the mountains. He can simply go around them. An encrypted note. Mark was a detective working on a difficult case when one day he just disappeared. The only thing he left behind was a mysterious encrypted note. There were 3 suspects who had seen Mark last: janitor Mike, forensic scientist Bill, and secretary Mary. Can you decipher the note and figure out who kidnapped the detective? After cracking the code in the note, the investigators realized that the kidnapper was Mike. I guess he made it out of that menacing house. A stolen car. On Tuesday afternoon, a man came to the police station and said that his car had been stolen. Detective Brown asked the man to take him to the scene of the theft. They went to a movie theater. The man explained, "The wife and I came here to see a movie yesterday. We left the car in the parking lot, but when we came out, the car was gone. Thank goodness I'm insured against theft, but I'd still like to get my car back." Detective Brown examined the scene and immediately knew who the criminal was. Have you figured it out? The man is lying to get the insurance money. There were no movies on Monday. Move a cup. Take a look at this picture. You must move just 1 cup in the top row so that they'll be arranged in the same order as the cups in the bottom row. Do you think you can manage it within 10 seconds? Just pour the water from the first cup into the 4th one and place the now empty cup at the very end of the row. Hey, it's only 1 cup moved. A rabbit puzzle. You've bought a cute little rabbit at a pet store. The animal can breed every 2 months, and each time it'll deliver 5 babies. So, how many rabbits will you have in a year? You have only 10 seconds to do the math. You'll still have just 1. If you want little bunnies, you'll need to buy 2 rabbits. A menacing house. Michael got lost when he was mushroom hunting. After hours of trying to find his way out of the woods, he came across a house that seemed to be deserted. Still, he decided to try his luck and ask for directions. When he entered the house, the door slammed behind his back with a loud bang. He then heard an eerie voice. "You've entered my home uninvited, but you won't leave it so easily." Michael found himself in a room with 3 doors. The voice sounded again. "Only one of these doors leads to freedom. Behind the first, you'll find starving wolves who won't think twice about making you their dinner. The second door hides millions of venomous spiders. If you open the third door, You'll be met by a huge, raging fire. Choose wisely. You have only 10 seconds to find your way to freedom. Michael should choose the third door. He'll then just need to wait until the fire goes out. An unfriendly shop owner. Jacob owned an electronics store in a small town. One day, a massive crowd of people showed up, and no wonder. A new $1,000 gaming console had just hit the shelves. Jacob was swamped with sales from morning till late evening. Just as he was about to close, a man rushed in to make a purchase. He asked for a console and handed Jacob 2 bills. He had enough money to buy the console, and he didn't even need change. But the store owner immediately called the police. Why? The console cost $1,000, but the man gave Jacob only 2 bills. That means he gave him 2 worth $500 each, and those don't exist. A mirror mystery. You get lost in the woods on a dark, stormy night. Of course. You come across a lonesome castle and knock on the door. The owner greets you with an odd request. You have to answer just one question. If you win, I'll provide you with food and a warm bed, and in the morning I'll show you the way out of the forest. But if you lose, you'll never leave my castle again. Sounds like Beauty and the Beast to me. Anyway, he gives you no other choice, so you agree to the challenge. He then asks, there are 4 mirrors on the wall. The first reflects the fire-breathing dragon Nirin. The second, the beautiful mermaid Laura. In the third mirror, you can see the terrifying vampire Vlad. And in the fourth, the unicorn David. You have just 10 seconds to figure out which reflection isn't real. The reflection in the third mirror can't be. Vampires don't have reflections. A stolen turkey. A very distressed farmer came to the police, complaining that someone had stolen his biggest, most valuable turkey. What upset him more than anything, though, was that it happened right before his birthday. When a police officer came to the farm to investigate, he headed straight for the turkey enclosure. When the birds saw him, they started flapping their wings and gobbling really loud. The farmer explained that it was their typical reaction to strangers. The police officer asked to examine the house, and after a couple of minutes, he knew who had stolen the turkey. And how about you? Nobody stole the bird. The farmer's wife decided to surprise her husband and roasted the turkey for his birthday. He wouldn't have heard any noise coming from the pen, since the wife is no stranger to the birds. A dream job. Tyler is just 24 years old, but he already works for a big, successful company. He always flies first class and stays at the best hotels. He doesn't sell or buy anything, but he spends a lot of time with wealthy business people. When he talks, people listen to him attentively. There's no way the company could go without his expertise. What is Tyler's occupation? He is a flight attendant.